These mods will completely change how you play Terraria. From changing how spears work in Terraria, now you can throw them. Being able to swing melee in every direction, not just linear anymore. Improving the archer class and how bow and arrows work in Terraria. Improving the summoner class with pet minions and better AI. Adding the ability to grapple swing, dodge roll, and implementing physics into Terraria, and so much more. But first, before we start, this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid is an amazing game that you can play on both mobile phone and PC. There are a lot of exciting stuff to do in this game, such as raid bosses and dungeon run. With over 600 champions with unique skills, you can build your team, develop your champions, and raid your way. I decided to play the game myself, and I have to say, it's a good mobile game. You can use my QR code or links below to download Raid. It's available on both mobile phones and also PC. My personal favorite champion is Litos. He's got two powerful AoE attacks, one that hits hard and plays a weakened debuff, and one that hits even harder and always crits. And Cardiel is another champion that I like because of his supporting capabilities. Both of these champions make me feel badass and make the perfect team synergy. This month is huge for Raid. They just released a brand new faction, the Sylvan Watchers, with some amazing new champions, along with the new season of the Forge Pass where you can get powerful gears. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you can get exclusive rewards in Raid right now. So what are you waiting for? Use my link or scan the QR code right here, and new players get a free champion Vergis and these awesome in-game loots worth almost $30. You'll find the rewards here in your mailbox for the next 30 days only. Thanks Raid Shadow Legends, back to the video. Starting off strong, we have the Point Shop mod. I found this mod randomly while browsing the mod browser, and it's really great. So basically, every time you kill enemies in their specific biome, you will get points. And this mod adds some sort of shop section in your inventory that you can spend your points on to buy items that fit their specific biomes. This really changes how you farm and obtain loots in Terraria, as you no longer have to get frustrated over finding your 6 ice boomerang while you're trying to find ice blade or ice skate. Now, you might be thinking that this mod is overpowered and unbalanced, just farm enemies and buy the stronger weapons. Bad mod. Well, they have the solution for you. Don't worry about balancing, because stronger items and weapons are locked in the shop until you beat specific bosses. So yeah, you can't buy them early because they are locked behind bosses defeat, which is really cool. And I guess invasions like Frost Moon and Pumpkin Moon or just enemy farming in general will become much more desirable if you use this mod. This honestly reminds me of the currency system and shops we get in RPG games. Which means this mod opens up many opportunities for adventure map creators to do RPG style maps. But apparently bosses' deaths can only give you like 2 points, which is kinda confusing and sad. I kinda hope we could farm bosses, but it is what it is. I guess it's maybe due to balancing issues, I don't know man. Because some bosses that have multiple segments give a lot of points, like Either of Worlds. So maybe it's just a bug. The next mod is a Directional Melee mod. This mod improves how melee works in Terraria. Directional Melee lets you swing your melee swords in every direction around your player, so you can now swing your swords to enemies above or below you. In my opinion, this mod is a really great quality of life touch to the melee class. And don't forget to enable cooler item visual effect mode to add cool effects to your swords. Next mod is the Spear Overhaul mod. This mod overhauls the spear subclass in Terraria, making it more viable than before. Spears have always been an underrated and underused weapon type in Terraria, as it is poorly optimized and swords are just generally better. But fear not, this mod changes that. This mod optimizes a lot of spear functions and adds tons of new spear weapons, accessories, and armors, effectively making the spear class more viable to use now. Most noticeable is now you can right click to throw your spears at enemies. You'll inflict the bleeding debuff to the targets hit by the thrown spear, making them receive 20% more damage. This tactic makes the hit and run strategy work well for the spear class. They also optimized the spear weapon AI. Now spears have a small amount of aim assist, so it's easier to hit targets with your spear now. It's a great mod! I highly recommend you guys to use this mod, especially if you guys want to become the spear subclass on your next playthrough. Next mod is the Archery Overhaul mod. This mod improves how bow and arrows work in Terraria, basically enhancing and improving the archer class. Now, quivers visually equip onto your player, and critical hits on arrows create a splash damaging shockwave. The arrow's projectile also look and sound better, and enemies drop arrow pouches that scale with the game. This mod also adds tons of new bows and arrows, including even crossbows that have right click functionality. If you want to be the ranger class, specifically archer class in your next Terraria playthrough, I highly recommend giving this mod a try. This video would be extremely long if I show you guys all the new bow weapons, armors, and accessories from this mod, but you just gotta trust me, it's good. Fitting of its name, it really improves how archery works in Terraria. Quick fun fact, this mod is made by the same guy that made the previously mentioned Spear Overhaul mod. I wonder what class he's gonna overhaul next. If you can't aim or have difficulty aiming at enemies in Terraria, I recommend the Aimbot mod. This mod does what the name tells. It adds Aimbot to your Terraria, making you aim better, unlike your aim in Valorant. so you're suddenly a professional CSGO player in Terraria. It's a borderline cheat mod, but I won't judge. It's your game, go have fun. Gone by the long days of struggling to hit fast bosses like Queen Bee. I truly feel like Dream trying to explain that this mod is not a cheat mod, because it is. Now excuse me, I'm gonna call my astrophysicist. Yeah bro, can you tell my viewers I'm not cheating? I also have to give a mention to Teleport All NPC Home mod. It does exactly what the name tells. When you right click your housing button, it teleports all your NPC back home. Very useful when you're building multiple houses and for NPC happiness. Now that I have mentioned mods that improve almost all Terraria classes, I should mention the Amulets of Many Minions mod, a mod that improves the Summoner class. This mod adds a lot of new summoner weapons, minions, accessories, and so much more. It improves summoner weapons AI and adds new features that allow you to take control of your minions way much better than before. So now your minions are smarter than 10-year-olds that use TikTok. Very cool. It also adds new summoner weapon types like squires that you need to use manually to attack enemies. So yeah, goodbye whips, squires are now my best friend. This mod adds so many summoner features, saying all of them would make this video extremely long. So yeah, this mod is definitely a must-have for summoner fans or just people that want to use the summoner class. It really deserves a whole video on its own. You can check out the video made by Rusei on it. The mod has received tons of new updates since then, but the guide still works fine. Don't worry, I did not forget about the mage class. Like, come on man, seriously, why would I forget this class? The mage class gets a spellbook rework from the DormantDawn mod. I've made a whole video on this mod before, but essentially, one of the features this mod has is reworking a lot of mage weapons, such as adding cooler animation and visual effect to them and reworks how they function or how they attack. Not only spell tomes, other mage weapons get reworked too, like the space gun. And not to mention, this mod also improves swimming in Terraria. If you haven't, you really should check out the video I've made on this mod. Not gonna lie, this mod is so fucking good man. But I don't want to milk this mod too much like I milk Calamity. It is almost the winter season, so check out the Unforgiving Cold map on Terraria's Steam Workshop page. Imagine if it's Terraria but everything is entirely coated with snow or ice, making progression just a little bit more frosty. Now, the next and final but arguably the best mod in today's video list is Terraria Overhaul mod. Right now, the mod is still in its beta state, but you can still download it on the mod browser. Due to Terraria version 1.4 porting, it's missing some memorable features like trees falling when you chop them up, or trees burning when you shoot them with flames. Ah, the good old times when you can burn your entire world with just a small fire. These features will come again soon in a future update. They are working very hard on it. But it does come with many improvements, such as improved grappling hook swinging. Now I can swing like Spider-Man in Terraria. The movement feels fluid and smooth, I love it. You can use your weapon while you swing on your grappling hook, so you can feel like a hero from an action hero movie. And not gonna lie, it looks very cool. The ability to dodge roll and attack animations are still awesome. I fucking love the shaking and recoil effects we get from shooting guns. And how the player holds and aims their weapons is so badass as well. I find the mining helmet lighting particularly interesting, and let's just talk about the smooth movements and new beautiful sound effects the mod adds. So good. They will be adding more features in upcoming updates, but for now this is what we have. Now that you are informed of all these mods, I hope you can enjoy and freshen your Terraria experience. That's about it, thank you and see ya.